All right, you guys, welcome to our every other week team call. And I can't believe it is literally already November 12th, you guys. So I want to dive really quickly into this call. For any of you guys that are watching the recording, I want you to make sure and grab your notes and grab a pen and paper because you're going to be learning from a total rock star today, Miss Erica. And I actually have another coach that's out of town, Cheryl, and I had her share some of her notes that how she's crushing the business. But I want to kind of introduce you guys a little bit. And I actually chose this call. It was actually funny. I had like 4 coaches I was going to reach out to. But the thing that really impressed me most about Erica is that literally, you guys, if you don't follow her on social media, first of all, you need to. She's been a coach for literally just about 30 days, just slightly over at this point. But 30 days, she has crushed every goal that I wished I would have as a brand new coach. I was a total discount coach, and I didn't go into it for this. And I look at people like Erica, and I'm like, look at the possibilities that can happen when you take a leap of faith and you just go after it. So I was going to do a lot of the talking tonight, and I was going to talk about what a brand new coach should do and what it looks like. We've got all these trainings in a coach training, and I was like, no, I want to hear from coaches on our team because they just started and they're crushing it. What better to listen from somebody like that versus somebody that's been doing it for 6 years? So Erica, I want to give her a huge shout out. So I'm actually going to read you guys some of her stats, okay? I gave her a shout out in the team page, and I wanted to share a little bit about it. So literally the girl already has her products paid for. She's already helped over 5 people. So she hit Success Club 10 in her very first 30 days as a brand new coach. She also earned a call with Jeff Hill, right? He is like literally the man in Beachbody Corporate. She also, this is actually, for any of you guys that don't understand it, this is incredible, okay? So it's kind of hard to understand sometimes what it means, but she actually became a Success Club starter in her very first 30 days of being a coach. What does that mean? You're like, what the hell does that mean, right? That actually means that Beachbody recognizes somebody like herself that literally in the very first 30 days, they're like, this person will be the next rock star. Not only that, but this has set her up for the fact that if she hits Success Club again, which absolutely without question she will this month and next month, her entire trip to Beachbody Summit is paid for. So when you buy a $250 ticket, she doesn't have to. The whole trip is paid for. So that's one of the advantages too when you're a brand new coach. You know, you make a goal to help 5 people per month. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have her also, not only that, girlfriend, you're going to get free gifts in the mail too from Beachbody. So, which is really cool. And wait, I'm not even done. Wait, I keep going. And she hit Emerald in her very first 30 days. So she ranked advanced, and she's going to get free customers because she did as well. So I'm going to let Erica kind of take over and so what I asked Miss Erica to share, and I've got Cheryl, I've got her notes, is I want her to share some of the top things that she does in her business. Because here's the deal. I can give you an outline. I can be like, this is what you want to do, right? But to hear from somebody that just started, that literally nailed, you guys, every single goal that you could possibly hit in 30 days she hit. Not just 1, not just 2, all of them. So I want you guys to so I asked her and Cheryl to share a little bit about what are some of those things that they truly know made them successful in those first 30 days as a brand new coach. And you guys are gonna love what she shares, so make sure and get your pen and paper, take notes, and we're gonna have Miss Cheryl or Miss Erica speak. So I'm gonna mute, oh, go ahead. Oh, I'm sorry, unmute yourself. I think I was fighting you there. Let's see. There you go. So Erica, introduce yourself. Tell everybody where you live, if you have kids, which we know you have we know you do, what you do for a living so people understand you work full-time. Okay, I want them to hear this. And I love, even you working full-time, you're still in the Bible studies every week, which is just absolutely so amazing. You're putting God first, which is really, really cool to watch. We're working full-time. But I want you to share a little bit about yourself and then dive into those tips that really have helped you to be super successful as a brand new coach.
Okay. Well, hello, everybody. My name is Erica. I live in Conway, Arkansas, which is about 25 miles from Little Rock, which is the capital. It's not a big state, so it's not a big city. But I am 27. I'm a nurse. I'm a mom. I don't know if you can see that. That's my little boy. He's 2. He's my world. He's kind of my motivation behind everything I do. So, health and fitness has always been a thing. I actually started with Beachbody after I had him. I had a beach trip, and it was 45 days after I had him. And I'm like, I'm not going on this trip looking like a whale. like, and so I did the 21-day fix, and I lost all of my pregnancy weight plus 10 pounds doing that. And stuck with, I actually started as a coach at that point. And after my first 21-day challenge, started as a coach, and just wasn't, I was a new mom. I was working 12-hour shifts. I just wasn't fully committed. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Loved my coach, but I just didn't really have a strong connection with the upline coach. That I just didn't know what I was doing. I had never heard of the vital behaviors until I started with Rhonda. I was like, why did I not know what this is? And so, because that is kind of, the foundation of being a coach. You have to live by those. But anyway, I went into competitive bodybuilding, and which I loved, but it just wasn't a healthy balance with me being a single mom. And so I don't know how I started following Rhonda. I started following Rhonda and was like liking all of her stuff and just all over her social media. And then I was like, you know what? I think I need to try Beachbody again. And so got into her September challenge, and about 2 weeks into it, I was like, I think I could do this. She is the kind of coach I want to be. And so signed up with her, and I did my whole coming out post and was totally nervous, and then had like an overwhelming amount of people comment on me and wanting to know more information. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I just thought like 2 people were going to want. I had no idea. I had like 30 people want to know more. And so that's kind of where I am right now. I have 8 people that are under me, and I have 2 coaches that I've signed up so far. Three coaches that I've signed up so far, and I have a couple people that I'm supposed to sign by the end of the week. But as far as she said 2 to 3, but I have 4 written down here as far as things that'll tips, I guess, that are kind of like my daily / weekly things that I do. My number 1 is to go at your own pace. I work a full-time job. I'm a single mom. I'm a huge family person. Live within 20 minutes of my entire immediate family. And so there's some days that I can't it can't revolve around my coaching life. But then again, I got to think, okay, well, the coaching life is revolving around my life. So that's what I love. And there's some people, I was super nervous to start my own page, and I'm glad that Cheryl was like, oh, I'll do one with you. And that's the great thing, is you can go at your own pace. I don't feel comfortable enough starting my own challenge, so instead we're doing an accountability group and going underneath Rhonda's challenge. And then there's other people that are starting challenges within their first week of coaching, and that's awesome. But anyway, go at your own pace. do things when you're ready so that you can be the best coach to the people that are going to be underneath you. Feed your mind, which Rhonda is a huge advocate for, personal development, which I love. Still doing the 100 Days to Brave, and I'm finished the Audible on Uninvited, but I'm reading it. I'm almost to the end of that one, and I'm about to start, I think it's Concrete Development. Is that what it is?
Oh, the Compound Effect.
Compound Effect, yes. I bought that. I'm about to start that. But feed your mind and your soul every day. I'm a huge note taker, and so I love that I'm listening to some and reading some, and I have some of my Kindles that I'm reading it at work. My mom asked me if I wanted to read another book. I'm actually reading 3 right now, so I'm gonna have to hold off, Mom. But so personal development, and then number 3, stay consistent. Not only for yourself but for others. Push play every day, or lift 4, press play 4 days a week, whatever. But not only for yourself but for others, and then on social media as well, whichever social media is your niche. I do mostly Instagram, but I also post my main posts on Facebook. But let people know what you're doing, whether you do polls, or you see how many people view your story or like your post or comment, whether it's one person or 150. Like in the end game, you got to think you're not going to reach anybody if you don't post. So don't worry about it. Just keep doing you, posting, and the people that you are meant to reach, that God has in your plan, and you are supposed to be the seed for them, and they are supposed to be the seed for you. They'll find you. But you have to be consistent. And then number 4, be real. Don't try to be anybody else. I'm not Rhonda. I'm not Cheryl. I'm not at Autumn Calabrese or Chalene Johnson, even though some days I wish I was. But I'm me. I'm Erica. I'm a mom. I'm a nurse. I'm a Christian. I'm a daughter. You have to be yourself on social media so that whenever you connect with these people, you're not having to lie and fake you can't fake that. You can't fake your relationships. You have to be you. I am in my PJs on my couch with my crazy rain hair, and that is me. And that you just have to be you, because people are going to fall. You're going to attract the people that are like you and that need you in their life, as well as you needing them. And if you're not yourself, that's not gonna happen for you. So and then I guess it's not really number 5, but the end of it is believe in yourself. So if you don't believe in yourself, then there's no way you're going to power through this. And that kind of ties into the personal development. You have to have a healthy mind and a healthy soul in order to have physical health.
I love that. Erica, I literally took 10 things that I really think are so important that you shared. So I'm gonna kind of repeat them, because first, one of the things that actually stands out so much from you is actually 3 things. I'm gonna say 3 things because there's like a bunch, but I love that there was one day you, like, I don't know if it was you had too much chocolate or wine, and you went on social media and you're like, yep, that was me last night. And like, you literally went and like did a post about it. And I think that we forget to just share that we are just normal, right? And one of the things that I love that you shared is your brand, who you are. Like you talked about, you're super clear on who you are as an individual. And I think that when you really own that, that's who you're speaking to. And you're going to attract those type of people on your team. And so it's really awesome to see. I see that you are so clear on who you are. And that's why we spend a lot of time in the coach training on our branding, because you really have to kind of know who your niche is. If you're a mom, if you're a working mom, if you're a Christian, if you have kids or you don't, or you travel or whatever it might be. But the 2 things that really stood out to me, and I'll be honest with you guys, when I first became a coach, there was no training, there was no nothing. You became a coach, go out and do it. there are two things that you really did that literally I looked at my husband the 2 times you did it and I went, this is my next Rockstar coach. I didn't have to ask you to do a coming out post. You did it. I didn't have to ask you. Not only that, I thought it was just like, you were like, dude, this is what I did. And I'm so excited because think of the moment that you guys become a coach. You were so excited. Why hide it from the world? And you went out and you're like, this is what I did. And you were like so pumped. And I was like, and I went and I was like, oh my God, like I think she signed today and she's already, that's awesome, right? And then the other thing that I watched you do is you literally, you did that and then you're like, it was like the next day or the 2 days later, you're like, invite. You had a public invite on social media, like, all right, y'all, who wants to work with me? And you made it crystal clear what you were providing. And I think that those are, as a brand new coach, those are so important that you invite and that you tell the world how excited you are about this journey that you're going to go on. You did all of those like literally the day you became a coach. It was so awesome to watch. And I will tell you, it really does separate the people that really want it versus the ones that are having their feet in it. And so I love you shared go at your own pace. I think that you have to own where you're at right now, but also stretch yourself. And you have to own where that is. Like I don't work the same way now that I did when I was a brand new coach, you know, and you do it from when you can. And I love that you shared, I don't know how you said this. I don't know how you said it, but something like, you don't let the business run you. You're like, I run my business. I dictate when I do this, not the other way around. And I think that's really important that you own that, dude, I got this. And I get to dictate how and when I'm going to do that. The other thing is you talked about one of the things that I think brand new coaches skip so much. It is one of the number one things I skipped. And I wonder why it took me so long to be successful in its personal development. I remember thinking, oh, it's not a big deal. It's, you know, I'll do a little here, a little there. If your mind is not going there, you cannot tell anything else to go there. You will not believe in yourself. You will not be consistent. You will not have confidence. All those things come from feeding the mind. And I love you said, feed your mind, feed your soul. And then be consistent. Don't be perfect, be consistent. If something doesn't work, you figure out, you know, how to make that happen or however that works. Your coming out post, your invites, the vital behaviors. I love that you shared that. So when I became a coach, I didn't know anything, but I saw this, all right, there's the 4 vital behaviors. You know, drink the shake, do the workout, do the personal development, invite, right? And tell people how great they are. But that literally was, that's the 4 vital behaviors. And if you're living those 4 vital behaviors, absolutely, you will be crazy successful. And actually, I'll read what Cheryl says because she says exactly the same thing. Cheryl's a brand new coach as well, only a couple weeks in, and it's literally already hit all the goals as well. So let's see. You said vital behaviors, confidence in who you are. Just own who you are. Figure the rest out along the way. Erica, I love watching you because you're like, dude, I'm just going to do this. And then you're going to learn along the way. It doesn't mean you don't struggle. I've watched you in the Bible studies and some of the things you share and just some of the things. And I'm like, and I love, you're just like, yeah, you're right in the trenches with every single one of these coaches doing this. The other thing is be real, be yourself. You have to be you. One of the things when I first became a coach, and I love that you already are like, that's what I've got to do. When I first became a coach, I remember I just wanted to make everybody happy. Drop the mic. You will not make everybody happy. So you've got to like literally in this moment be like, no, you have to just own who you are. And those are the people that are going to get you. I know like I'm going to have Christians that like if they cuss, they like will unfollow me, or I cuss and they'll unfollow. I'm like, that's okay. I'm not for you. Right. And I'm gonna have other people, you know, I don't have a 40, 50-pound weight loss story. Maybe I don't speak to them or whatever it might be. That is okay. I'm a mom, you know, maybe somebody doesn't speak to them. Don't be anything but who you are and own that. And Erica, I watch you do that every single day. And I love that. And then last but not least, the one thing I love, and this actually for me took time as a brand new coach, but you said, believe in yourself. And believing in yourself, you guys, believe it or not, really starts with feeding your mind first. It does. You cannot believe in yourself if you're not feeding this first. And I know you're doing the Bible studies. I watch you. You're like, what book is next? I love like you're constantly just growing and you're doing the audibles and whatever you might be doing. And so Erica, I just want to say thank you so much for sharing all that. And also have you guys, before I share Cheryl's part, I want you guys to also, because there's maybe some technical things that you might want to know about. I want you guys to ask maybe Erica some specific questions that you might have, maybe how she does things or when she finds time, whatever it might be. But go ahead and unmute your line, or you can also type it in the chat area. And this is your chance, you guys. She literally hits every goal that I hit in her first month as a coach. So make sure and just unmute your line and just ask her any questions you guys might have. And be vulnerable. Ask the questions, or I might like call you all out.
Hey, so I have a question. I'm Ashley.
Hey.
Nice to meet you, Erica. So as you're a full-time nurse, and I work a full-time job too. I work with at-risk teenagers, and my job is super high stressful, and from the time I get on shift to the time I go home, it is go, 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 go. So how are you finding that balance? So that's the biggest thing I struggle with is I get home and these teenagers, I love them, but they just drain you. And I have, I'm assigned to 55 teenage males. So life is just crazy. And I can't seem to find that balance because there's times where I get home and I'm like, oh, I need to do a post for my coaches or for this. And I'm like, I can't even think about that right now.
Did you listen to the wake up call this morning?
No, I have not.
Okay. She talks about this actually.
Okay.
So I either will my pictures, not all the time, but are sometimes from like the day before. And I usually wake up and do my workout, and my power hours kind of 2 power half hours because I usually do like 30 minutes in the morning and 30 minutes at night. So I divide it up, and I'll have my post ready, at least kind of bullet points of what I want to post about. And as far as posts, so I'll have all of that ready in the morning, and then whenever I decide when I want to post or what picture I want to post it with, or if I haven't even taken a picture, I'll post it. I'll already have my post ready so that I can go ahead and do that. I don't know how early you have to wake up. I wake up at 4:30 to work out, and then I have my 30 minutes at 5 o'clock before I actually get ready for work. But I work 8-hour days. You work 12-hour days?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Anywhere from 8 to 12 hours. So
yeah. Teenagers are exhausting to the mind, so I couldn't imagine. But my advice would just or maybe like on Sunday nights, if you make it a goal to post, I don't know, 3 to 5 times a week, maybe have some of those posts ready on Sunday night, and then all you have to do is find your picture, and those will usually come to you. Like, you'll be like, if you're talking about life and then you get home from a 12-hour shift and you're exhausted, like, take a selfie and tell people, like, I'm exhausted. Like, life happens, but I came home. I already did do you do your workouts in the morning?
Yes.
Yeah, so I've already got my workout in. I get to come home and sit and lounge on my PJs, and I'm working right now in my PJs on the computer talking to my team. And so but I always have mine already done. And so when I make my post, if I make my post at noon, I usually have had that typed out in a note at 5 a.m. that morning.
All right. Well, thank you.
I love that. So I'm actually videoing. I've got Vanessa hanging laundry, and we've got Jody holding her little baby. You guys are so cute. I love this. And
I didn't see that.
So cute. That is so cute. But truly the blessing of this. So exactly what you said. So I actually pre-plan a lot of my stuff. In fact, on Instagram, you actually can do your posts and save it. Although sometimes I've had that happen and it disappeared and then I about died. But you can save it as an actual draft and have all your writing and your picture. Or like Erica said, I will have my writing done, and then I'll just be like, oh, I've got to grab this picture in the morning with this. whether it's talking about coaching, whether it's talking about my workout. One of the things too, you guys have to think about, all of my posts revolve around maybe a private message I got. Something from somebody that said something to me, or maybe they didn't think they could do it or whatever. I take my private messages and I turn those into posts, because if one person private messaged me that, you can guarantee 50 other people think the same exact thing. So sometimes we don't know what to talk about as well. I literally just am like, hey, you know, I kind of address maybe what that might be from that private message. But Erica, planning is huge. It is really huge, you guys. And there's sometimes like, and I'm just going to keep it real. Erica, I'm just like you. If I were to come up with a post sometimes in the morning at 5 or 6 a.m., shoot me now. Like, I'm just like, that's not when I find my inspiration a lot of times. I mean, sometimes it might be when I'm doing my personal development, but I will plan them a lot of times just so that I'm like, you know what, I need to share this. Or this keeps getting brought up, and I might kind of, you know, have like some outlines of what it's going to look like. That way, when I actually do the post, it's already done. And I used to do this as a brand new coach on my lunch break at Sephora when I was doing makeup, in between teaching classes and picking up the kids. I'm sitting in the kid lineup, and I've got kids, and I can do it right then and there. And that's the blessing. So, so Erica, thank you so much for sharing how you kind of plan that out when you do that. I want to see any of you guys have more questions for Miss Erica.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, Cassandra, absolutely.
So Erica, you and I kind of come from the same background. I started Beachbody and then kind of fell off for a little bit. And then I decided to get into really some strict, I was going to try to get on stage, and then life, finances, the strictness of it kind of fell into place. And now I've fallen back into it, and now I've fallen in love with this part. But now I'm getting the pushback of, oh, well, you got that body by doing this. You didn't get it by your home workouts. And so I'm kind of struggling with that transition of showing my results from like lift 4 to being like, no, look at the transition that I did here. So what are you doing in the meantime of going back to one of your first programs?
So I have before and afters from 3 years ago or 2.5 years ago, whenever I did it post baby. But I actually am 12 pounds heavier than when I was competing.
Mm-hmm.
And so I twisted around to, this is me working out, eating chocolate, drinking
Yeah.
wine, living life, being able to go to family dinners and living, as opposed to eating the same thing every day, working out at the gym 7 days a week, working out twice a day for over an hour each time, like
Mm-hmm.
way overdoing it. But I still have abs. You know, like not
Okay.
that everybody's goal is to have abs, but like I have a healthy and fit body, and yet, like, I don't know if that makes sense at all. I kind of spin it on, this is, yes, these results are from what I'm doing now,
Mm-hmm.
because what I did before got me completely different results. Does that make sense?
Yes. And I think that's originally what I did, was took it as, you know, you can get this way, you can get this way, but this is what I like. And I use the flexibility, the meal plan, the shakes, the opportunity of the coaching, like all of that kind of stuff. And I put that spin on it, and I put the mom tune on it of, okay, this isn't $900 a month. This isn't the same eating at the exact same time. Like you said, the boring, where we're to the point sometimes you have to eat it cold because you have to eat it at that time.
Yeah.
So I've definitely utilized that. I have, you know, kind of fallen back a little bit, but I think I did let a little bit of that struggle being like, oh, well, you don't look that way right now. Well, I'm going back to it.
Well, and you also got to think, like, not that they're hating on you, but peace out, haters. Like,
right?
if they are, they have uninvited thoughts up in their head, and those aren't supposed to be the people that are working with you then, because
Mm-hmm.
the people that are meant to be with you and around you will see that the results that you have now are because of the life that you're living now, and the fact that
Mhm.
you can work out 30 minutes and not have to be away. Like, my child doesn't have to be in the gym daycare for 2 hours. Like,
Yeah. I think
Yes.
that was
with that world, I've competed 2 times, and I know many of our people on our team have. If you guys haven't been in that world, it's not a sustainable lifestyle in any way, shape, or form. And so I think that it's really important to share that. I know I will share that a lot of times, but I'll share the knowledge behind what in doing that. And I think it's important to share with people that you're like, this might be, and I love Erica, you're like, this might be where I'm at, but dude, I'm like, you have a healthy balance now, because that lifestyle is not a healthy balance. It is a goal. It is, and some people live it forever, and that's so awesome that they love that. I think that they're freaking crazy, but it is a great goal. It's so amazing to do, but it's not sustainable to be able to live that way, where you're constantly that lean and always competing, walking on stage looking wise. So, so Cassandra, I think even owning that and being like, you know what, like, in the knowledge that you get from it, you guys can share so much with people, that confidence that you got going through it, but you're like confident where you're at right now. So I think that's huge.
Yeah, I thought about doing a post of like my now pick and my stage pick, because, you know, like a restricted versus a happy,
I love
but I
that.
don't want to hurt my coach's feelings, because I don't want it to, I so support him as a coach, and I don't want it to affect him negatively.
Yeah. I think people need to know that that's like, here's what Instagram doesn't tell you, is that people don't walk around looking like that all the time. Like, I'm pretty sure my abs don't look like that right now. Like, I probably have a little food belly at the end of the day, right? So, and people will see you guys on social media that you've competed, or people that you guys look so amazing. They'll be like, wow, I bet you walk around like that 24/7. Hell no. We don't walk around like that, right? And I think it's important to kind of show that. So, Erica, I love that idea. I've done the how much I weighed when I walked on stage versus now, and people still are like, whatever. And I'm like, it's like a huge difference in weight, right? And I think it's important to show people that reality of lifestyle, not lifestyle goal, right? So
that's what I like, lifestyle goal.
Yeah.
I'll do something like that.
Yeah, definitely. So thank you. I love pointing that out, because I know we have personal trainers on our team. We have many people that have competed, and I think it's great to know that you really can make these two worlds coexist. It's amazing. You really, really can. I did it for years as a Group X instructor, and it was phenomenal. It's actually how I started my business. So anybody else have any questions for Miss Erica? Any specific questions or anything you want to dive into? Miss Dawn, I see it written all over your face. Go, Dawn, go.
I just wanted to ask, so where do you find that you get more people interested in your post? If you post on Instagram stories versus the feed?
I probably get more attention from the stories, and so I'll usually put in my story that there's a new post. Like, I did a recipe yesterday morning and put it on my story, and I didn't put what the recipe was, but I said, hey, do you want this recipe? And so now, like, I'm messaging 3 people, and they're wanting to know more of what I eat. Like, and I just posted something. I just had a post yesterday about wine and Rhonda's delicious Reese's that I had this weekend. And I usually will, I don't think I did, but I usually will, like, put a little, like, picture or GIF or whatever, GIF, whatever you're supposed to say. I don't know what it says, over the post, and say, hey, new post, come read this, so that they can't even see what the picture is.
Yes.
So they'll have to go to my page, and Chalene Johnson talks about how important it is to use the actual stickers on your story. So, like, instead of hashtagging in a typing, you hashtag using the hashtag sticker. And you get more hits from just using one of those hashtag stickers than if you did like 5 hashtags in a typing. and then location and using your stickers. So I mean, I can see like, I think I saw like 311 people view my story one time as opposed to like 50 likes on a post.
It's huge. If you guys get a chance, go to YouTube and look up Chalene Johnson, Instagram. So basically Erica's saying tagging locations using their tags, like they have their like box tag that you put in, but it allows people from all over to see it, not just your people. So make sure and look up Chalene Johnson Instagram, and she will teach you how to do this. It's huge. Like I tag locations all the time and use hashtags all the time on purpose, right? So that way I get more followers that way. So I love, Erica, that you're noticing it from Instagram stories, because you guys, that's where it's at right now. Instagram stories is everything. And it's an area that you can build trust in. Think about scrolling through social media, right? And there's like this really, like, let's just say Erica, like she looks freaking beautiful, right? And she's got this amazing body and her, and you look, and that's really inspiring. But if I want to learn more about Erica, I'm going to go to stories. And it's going to show me maybe something that's going on in her life behind that picture. So that is where people fall in love with you, not so much the picture that you post on social media. That counts as well, but stories is huge. So Donna, what a great question. That is a fantastic question. So anything you want to elaborate? I just want to kind of share a little bit of that, Erica. You guys all make sure and YouTube that first.
Oh, no, I mean, yeah, that's what I did is I watched her YouTube video. She has quite a few of them. And she says, yeah, stories are where it's at, and posting it like at least 3 to 5 times a day on your story. Like that's going to boost your followers as well as people that are
3 to 5. I like that.
Yeah.
It's a good goal for everybody to do 3 to 5. I do too many, so don't pay attention.
I don't think so.
Like, I literally like, oh my God, one of my friends is like, man, I really know what you're doing. Today I was so busy I didn't get a chance to do as many, but I think it's important to kind of go, okay, 3 to 5. I'm going to do 3 to 5 stories today. What do people ask you about in your message box? So I love how you're doing the recipe thing. It's like, what a great way to build trust. And then you send them the recipe and then they're asking you, hey, so what do you eat? And it opens that conversation just by the fact that you gave somebody something for free. I have this happen all the time with makeup. Like, it doesn't have to be about food. And I think that, like, I look at like Jody here holding her baby. I mean, like, think of the people that could be following her that like want to know baby stuff, or like, Vanessa hanging her clothes so great in her closet. Maybe they're color coordinated. She could give like a tip, whatever it might be. Like, I think we all have like this gift, and it doesn't have to be just Beachbody. It's who you are, right? So, so Erica, thank you so much. You guys have any more questions? I like that question, Donna. That was really good. Anybody? Jody, you have a question?
I think the only question I would have is how do you grow your followers on Instagram? Is it just a matter of time? Because I've just started really diving into Instagram and doing stories and figuring all of that out, and the hashtag part on your little stories with the stickers. And so is it just a matter of time, or is there something else I should be doing? The people that it suggests to me, like 98% of them are coaches. So
yeah, that'll happen. They do tell you not to hashtag like Beachbody or Lift4 or whatever program. They do more of like I do boy mom a lot, toddler mom, fit mom. If it's about work, I'll do something like peds nurse or neuro nurse. I do hashtag women empowerment a lot, or woman of faith, woman of God. So the hashtagging is a big part of it, because the hashtag, even on your posts, and I think posts more so, because I don't know if I even follow hashtag stories, but I do follow hashtags in my feed, and that's how I follow people. And you'll follow people, or mom life. I'm just looking at you and Victoria both holding your kids, and that's what like stuff like that. But fit mom, or I know Rhonda's, I noticed yours are like fit over 40, or stuff like that. So you're attracting the people that are in your circle rather than coaches.
Yeah, your brand.
Gotcha.
What I would do, Jody, too, is look up, you could even look up Chalene Johnson or tagging on Instagram, like a YouTube video, because it'll like literally give you so many great tips. But one of the things too is your guys' hashtags have to, you want to think of them being customized towards you, like Erica was just saying. So I'm going to use an example, like Fit Moms. If you use that hashtag, the world uses that hashtag. So literally, once you post that hashtag, it is so far gone, nobody's ever even going to see Fit Moms. So I want you to keep your hashtags maybe like, and I probably have Fit Moms, I bet you I do on here, but we'll see. I'm going to read mine to you guys. I literally save my hashtags on my notepad on my phone. So every time I do a post, you're allowed to have 30 hashtags, but I keep them unique to me so that they aren't those ones that go really high in the newsfeed. So like I have Fit Wife, I have Infertility, Lab Mom, Team Race, Blessed, Bible Studies, Wine Mom, Peanut Butter Lover, Cake is Life, Arizona Mom, AZ Fit, Anxiety Mom, Fertility Mom, Scottsdale, Arizona Fit Mom, Jesus Lover, Fit Wife, White Lab Mom, Coffee is Life, C-Section Mom, Soulmate Couples, Lab Mom, Church and Fitness Mom, Hustle with Heart, hair, makeup. I'll kind of like change them, but they're all custom to like kind of who my brand is and who I am. And so I'll change a couple of them, but I want you guys to think about who you are. Who are you? Who do you want to attract? There is not a mistake that there's so many Christians on our team, and there's a lot of women that love makeup, a lot of moms. There's no mistake. I know I've got quite a few people that have infertility issues. I know Fit Over 40. I know I've got a lot of those. So definitely keep them unique to you and just save them. And then you guys can do that, which is really, really great. Let's see. Vanessa says, I have that as well. I also choose ones that are not so widely used. Yes. Anything under 1M. What's 1M mean? But I have...
Million.
What, 1 million? Okay. What is that? But I have changed mine up a lot. Yes. According to the seasons too. Like, you know, I'm noticing one of mine says Vegas on here. I think I must have used it when I was in Vegas. Now I need to change that. So definitely use them when you are according to seasons as well. So Erica, thank you so much for sharing that. I love that. But you guys make sure and look up even Chalene Johnson on how to gain more followers on it. She's the guru. Like, she knows her crap. Like, I've learned everything I've ever wanted to learn from growing my Instagram from Chalene Johnson. She's like amazing. Nikki says, I use the app Captivating to help grow followers. Nikki, go ahead and unmute your line and tell us what app that is. I think, is it like a hashtag app like you're using?
It's an app that you can go in and search certain things that you follow. Like, one I follow on Instagram is bad parenting, and it's just got memes of it, but you go onto it, and if there's thousands of people that liked it, you can go onto the likes and scroll through them and select the people. Yes. And then you put them kind of what they call a queue, and you can go, because Instagram only lets you follow 20 people at a time in an hour, but you can go through and put it on night mode. Like, I have 100 people in there, put it on night mode, and while I'm sleeping, it will start to follow these people. And then I can go in it the next day and go onto their Instagram page and comment and like on their posts.
I love it. I love it. Will you write the name of that app? Is it called Captive?
Captive.
It is. Okay, so you guys can look that up and do that as well. So I love you shared. So when you guys go to hashtags on Instagram, literally you can follow certain hashtags. I follow quite a few. And if they're, you know, like infertility or like wine mom, you know, or whatever it might be, you can follow those hashtags so you can find people like kind of what she's saying. So I love that, Nikki. Thank you so much. I actually haven't heard of that app. So you guys all make sure and check that out. I love that. And I'm sure, I would assume, Nikki, that there is probably a YouTube video that shows us how to use the app. So
that is how to use it.
That's the one thing, like, I never want you guys to be like, oh my God, I'm so dumb. I don't even understand what they're talking about, because I've so been there. I'm like, what's a hashtag, right? But what I want you to do is I want you to go, like, when somebody asks me how to use my, my video to video workouts, they're like, how do you use it? And I'm like, I YouTubed it. I just looked up iMovie and I YouTubed it, and the YouTube video literally showed me how to use the app, because I don't know how to use apps. So like, I'm like, oh, I mean, I literally like have no clue. So I want you guys to know that, like, if you don't understand an app, YouTube it. I promise you it's out there. So Nikki, thank you so much for that great tip. I love that. Anybody else want to share anything or ask Erica something? Got about 8 minutes left. Miss
Rhonda, hi everyone. I actually have a question. So like when you follow people on Facebook, so for instance, if you select following, I don't know, maybe 10 or 15 or, you know, a bunch of other things, like the hashtags that you're following, is there a way, just like on Facebook, that you can like see first? Because I notice you must spend an ungodly amount of time following all of us coaches to make sure that you're liking our posts. And so that's, I guess my question is there a way to kind of see it first, or, you know, if I want to follow a handful of my friends or, you know, coaches, or do I just always have to kind of search them up in the search bar?
So see it first on Facebook, yes. Instagram, what you need to do, all I'm aware of, unless there is one on Instagram, somebody knows they can unmute their line. I'm not aware of one, but I know when you comment and like a post, they will show up so much higher in the newsfeed on Instagram for you. I know Facebook, I have 2 coaches that I like see first, and I just have them. And yes, I totally get anxiety over the fact that I might miss some of your guys' posts and I may not like it and comment, and it literally gives me nightmares all the time because I just want to make sure and love on you guys. So if any of you guys ever feel unloved, trust me, it's just because there's a lot of people and I'm doing the best I can to give you guys virtual love. So Karen, thank you. But that, I literally, I will make sure and like and comment on Instagram, and I always see those people all the time first thing in the morning when I go on. They are the first ones to pop up because I give them the most love publicly. So if there's somebody you want to see more frequently that you're like, man, I don't know why I'm not seeing my mom ever, go and comment and like her post and it'll pop up more. Same thing on Facebook.
I think, like, I was talking more like maybe I want to see what Carl has to say without having to search him, or, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, I spend hours, like.
Yeah, I would say see first. So Facebook has the see first part. I would do that. Yeah, Instagram.
But I mean on Instagram more so. I know how to do the Facebook, but I mean more on like Instagram.
Instagram, the only thing I can think is if you would just want to make sure maybe drop an emoji on one of his posts and then like it, and then that'll make it pop up higher. I know when you just like, it doesn't. You need to comment as well. So even if you just dropped like a heart emoji or something below, I think that'll help. If anybody finds out the answer, if there is more technical than that, let us know. But I think for me, that really works.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Anybody else have any other questions or have anything for Erica? I'm going to read, we've got a couple minutes left. Let's take one more. I'm going to read Cheryl's comment as well. Let's take one more question, and it can be anything. It doesn't even have to be any of that. Okay, let me do this. Okay, if anybody thinks of one, type it or unmute your line. I'm gonna go ahead and read. So Cheryl is so funny. So Cheryl's a similar story to Erica. She is in Mexico, by the way. She couldn't be on the call. She was so cute. She's like, I'm gonna try to make it. I'm like, no. You're on vacation in Mexico. I do not expect you to be on the call. Are you kidding me? So, but she has been a coach of mine just for a couple weeks. But she actually was already with Beachbody. So a lot of the people that I work with have maybe in the past been with it and then they're not. And she was working with a coach that she did just not connect, didn't work the business at all, like literally didn't even know where she was. And she was getting married in 6 weeks. And she was like, I know you can help me get the best results in 6 weeks for my wedding. And I was like, oh my God, you're getting married in 6 weeks? Are you kidding me? Yes. Right? And so Cheryl actually started as a customer, just like Erica as well. And then Cheryl reached out to me one day. She's like, girl, I got so many people ask me what the heck I'm doing. And I want to help them. So I want to be a coach. And I'm like, let's do it. Let's run together and do this. So that's how Cheryl became a coach. And we helped her get amazing results. I do want to give a huge shout out to Erica and Cheryl. I will tell you, for literally the beginning part of their coaching and still, other than Cheryl being on vacation, like they post every morning. I know they got their workout in. They don't miss checking in the challenge groups because it's part of the vital behaviors of just being proof the product works, and they hold themselves accountable in there. I actually smile. Erica, you will post, and I'm like, it's 5 a.m. and I'm like, oh my God, she already got her workout in, and I guess now I have to. God, she did it at 4:30, and I don't want to, but Erica did, so I'm going to. So I'm literally with my coffee. I'm like, oh my God. So I want you guys be the best challengers that you can, because truly both these ladies have really done that. But I asked Cheryl. Literally, she already has her products paid for. She's already hit Emerald. She's seriously like crushing the business. I want to read to you guys what she sent me. Super similar to Erica, not surprised, but what is working for her and why. She goes, definitely living the 4 vital behaviors, okay? And if you guys are like, you keep talking about the 4 vital behaviors, under files in the coach training group, I have a full video on it. But you can also YouTube it. I'm a YouTube queen. If I need to look up something, I just YouTube it, okay? So people are always watching us and what we do. So live it, breathe it. Others will take notice. With this comes consistency, the same thing that Erica said. As long as we're consistent, check in and keep ourselves accountable, others will believe our commitment and take us more seriously because you guys are consistent even when you don't want to be. Even like, that's why you have to share the bad times too. You need to come out and just be like, oh my God, like today I hated it, or whatever it might be. You have to be real because people think that you're just showing up and it's easy, and it's not. Okay, know that we aren't someone that's going to quit or jam out when we're done. Agree with Erica, be real, tell others that it's okay to have a bad day. It's normal, but show them that life is always throwing us curveballs. We need to show up even when we don't want to. Slow and steady wins the race. Boom. Like seriously, you guys, it isn't a marathon. And I want to share with you guys, be teachable, ask the questions, and do me a favor, use the coach page to ask questions and dive in and be like, I have no clue. You guys, I have no shame. You guys, when I was a new coach, I was like, where the hell is this, right? Like literally just ask it, because I regret some of the things where I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to say it. And then I was like, you know what, screw it. I know I'm not. And then surely other people come on, they're like, I have the same question, right? Karen says, if we're running our own challenge group, should we be posting in the group challenge page as well? If you are running your own challenge group, absolutely. What I actually do though, is when I share recipes, or like today I shared my workout that I was gonna do. So like I'll kind of do more where I might even have within the recipe. I don't usually do a selfie in the group because you guys all rock those, and I let you guys, and I do those on social, so I just kind of let you guys rock the selfies, which is great. But tell a little bit behind that as well. I think it's important to say like, all right, 4 a.m. workout kicked my tail, right? Now I'm gonna go work a 12-hour shift, da-da-da-da-da. I mean, like, if I were to come out in the morning and read that, I'd be like, I have no excuse, right? So I want you guys, don't forget to be a challenger. Don't forget to be like, you guys have seen my posts where I'm like, you guys, I had 12 cookies last night and then I just had 12 again. I need help, right? Like, be that person that says, I am no different than the rest of the people that started day one, because you're not. We all fall in the peanut butter. We all fall in the cookies. We all get these food babies where we want to throw up and die, and we're like, why did we do that? I'm never going to do it again. And then you do it again 2 weeks later, right? We all are like that. And you need to use the challenge groups and social media to share that. People think you're robots. And
I think she was asking if if she needs to post in both. And Cheryl and I's group isn't a challenge group. It's just an accountability group. But I post in both because I'm like in it for Rhonda being my coach in the challenge, in the like our challenge group, and then my accountability, I'm their coach, and so like I want them to show up. And
so for the longest time, I was posting in our challenge group, like Rhonda knew, and then I created my own, and I was doing 3. I was doing my own. I was doing like the October one. Well, back then it was August and September and July, but I also was in her maintenance group. So I was like posting in 3, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like it's got to stop. So I guess my question was, and I probably should have unmuted, is so should I, because I have a couple people still in the 1022 one, because they want to be part of the Bible study, even though I do the link, you know, I post the link in mine. Yes. Do you guys still want me to post in the October one as well as mine, or am I just focusing on mine at this point? And obviously I'm showing up as a challenger in my group, but
is I would kind of do what Erica said and pick one that you're like, I'm doing this to hold myself accountable in here, and then you have your own group as well, right?
Okay, so I do your maintenance one and then my own, so I don't need to necessarily.
And for any of you new coaches, you're like, what are you talking about? Don't even worry about it.
I know, sorry.
You're probably just in one group and you're like, what are you talking about? So when you grow and you like literally grow, you have your own group, but I always will have you a part of mine as well, as long as you want to be a part of them. But whatever you guys do, just remember that you never forget to be a challenger. Do you know when I actually started really sucking at this business, it was like 3 years ago, I remember I had to take a really good gut check at myself. I stopped being a challenger. I literally was posting recipes and helping everybody else, and I forgot to post how I was doing. So remember, don't forget to share the good and the bad in those groups, because it really also shows your guys people that you're normal. Okay. So yeah, Karen, I would just pick, I would not do 3. That would definitely be too much. So yeah, just kind of pick and go from there. But that was wonderful. Okay, you guys, you're so welcome. You guys, thank you so much. Erica, I am just so incredibly proud of you. And I am so excited to watch you grow. Like, you are a hustler. You lead with your heart. You're super clear on who you are. You make the time. You plan in advance. Right? And you literally run this business based off who you already are. Not, I become a Beachbody coach, this is who I've become, but who you are. And it really is evident. So if you guys aren't following, and make sure you do. But Erica, thank you for all of your tips. I am just so incredibly proud of you guys. And I'll have the recording up soon. But Erica, thank you. You guys go tonight, write down, and I want you to write one thing. So after I post this video, and you can do it tomorrow morning, I want you to write one thing from this video today that you will start applying tomorrow. Okay? I want to know one thing that Erica said that you're like, you know what? This really struck home. I'm applying it. Because I know when we get on these calls, sometimes it's so much information. We're like, which one do I pick? Pick one thing from this call today. And I want to see what you guys pick in the comment area after I post the recording. Okay, you guys? Have an amazing night, you guys. Erica, thank you so much, girlfriend. Bye, everybody.